Welcome to my home, RVA. This is February and it is Black History Month, and I have been wanting to come to the Black History Museum of Virginia for a long time, so what better month to come and do this? And this is Adele Johnson, and you're the executive director here.
Right.
Wonderful. Tell me about the museum and what we're going to be able to see here today.
Well, I'll tell you first of all that the Black History Museum and Cultural Center of Virginia has been around for a long time, since 1981.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I think we're one of the best kept secrets in town, and we don't want to be, so thank you for helping us to publicize our existence.
Our pleasure, yes.
I like to start by telling people that our mission is to preserve stories that inspire.
Okay.
So we tell the untold stories, the undertold stories, the forgotten stories about African Americans who have done great things, not just in Richmond and Virginia, but in the nation and the world.
Okay, all right. And where are we in relation to the city of Richmond?
We are in historic Jackson Ward, and we love being here because Jackson Ward is just steeping in history. We've been in this building, which is the old Lee Street Armory, for about 3 years.
Okay.
And before that, we were at 00 Clay Street, which was the colored library. And we were there for a number of years before. So we live in history every day.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, talk to me about the permanent exhibit that's here on display.
Certainly. On our first floor, we cover emancipation, Jim Crow, Reconstruction, desegregation, massive resistance, and civil rights.
Okay.
And we do a lot of that through touchscreen technology.
Okay.
So we tell people that they can come and touch and swipe to their heart's content.
Okay.
There's a lot of information there, but there's a lot of really good photographs and some videos. And then when people come and get a guided tour, you get the backstory. So there are all kinds of stories that we love to tell about the, again, African Americans who have made contributions to Richmond and Virginia and the world. And then we have a timeline that goes from BCE to 2015.
Wow.
It has a wonderful mural that you see, first of all, and that changes every few seconds. And then when you touch it, you see blue dots and white dots, and the blue dots are Virginia-related events, and the white dots are national or international events or activities. So there's a lot of things you can learn. We had a VCU student come here one day. She spent 3 hours in front of the timeline. She read everything.
Wow.
Absolutely everything.
It's a large timeline.
Yeah,
it really
it is.
It's beautifully done as well.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Good. So Adele, do you have any special programs for schools or groups to come down?
Yes, we love having students here.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we have, probably over 1,500 students that already have made reservations to come. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
I know, it's a lot, but we still want more. We think that this is a good opportunity for students to add to their learning about Thomas Jefferson and the enslaved population at Monticello. So we do have special programs where we not only provide guided tours for students, but we also do facilitated conversations. We have docents that are very well trained and open and willing to not just talk about the enslaved people, but also to answer questions, because a lot of times students don't understand and they don't have anyone to ask. So we really encourage questions because we want them to make the connection between yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Exactly, exactly. What, now you mentioned you're the VCU student.
Yeah.
What age groups is this appropriate for? I mean, is it elementary age? Does it go through college? Is it, that kind of thing?
We are here for all people, all ages. We love to say that because it's true. Again, our docents are very well trained, and they can taper their conversation depending on age.
Okay.
So elementary students are fine. We love them. As a matter of fact, we have a special program for second graders that that we do, because we know that they want to know history and have questions as well.
I personally liked the games that we were able to play for the elementary age games, so that for me that was good.
Yeah, so we really encourage everybody to come.
Okay, great. And on your second floor, you have traveling exhibits. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Our exhibitions up here really run the gamut between history, culture, art, and right now we have a fabulous exhibition that's called Paradox of Liberty, Slavery at Slavery at Jefferson's Monticello.
Okay.
And we are talking about this from the enslaved point of view. So it's really not about Thomas Jefferson, even though you can't talk about Monticello without saying his name too.
Right.
But we are giving voice to the enslaved people, the enslaved children, women, and men who built and maintained Monticello.
Ah, okay. All right. And that display or exhibit is here how long?
The exhibition will be here through April 18th.
Okay.
And we are doing a lot of publicity, so thank you again to bring people in to see it, because as I mentioned earlier, we tell untold stories, and these are stories that you don't hear about too much. I don't know about you, but when I was in grammar school and high school, we may have heard about the slaves or slaves, but there were no names, there was very little of any information.
Right. There's no personal connection.
Exactly. So that's what we're doing. We're bringing their humanity to life. So these are people, like I said, who built and maintained Monticello, who had families, who had religious beliefs, who had hopes and dreams just like you and I. But you don't know any of that until you come to an exhibition like this.
Wonderful. And then you get immersed in the real story, the background of it.
Yes.
Thank you, Adele. This is, I'm really looking forward to really wandering around in here and learning some more information. This day and time, it is so very important. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. There's a lot to see, a lot to learn, and we welcome all people, all ages, to come to the Black History Museum and Cultural Center of Virginia.
Wonderful. So if you are out there and you want to spend a wonderful day, wonderful afternoon, come on down to Jackson Ward to the Black History Museum of Virginia. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring the kids. It's really very interesting, and make yourself at home down here. You'll be really glad you did.
Cindy Merritt is nationally recognized as a leader in the U.S. real estate market. Of the more than 35,000 realtors in Virginia, the American Institute of Real Estate Professionals consistently ranks Cindy in the top 10 best realtors in the state.
Make Yourself at Home is sponsored in part by Paul Adams, branch manager and nationally recognized senior loan officer with Prime Lending, a Plains Capital company. With over 400 mortgage options available, Paul Adams and his team work hard to uncover the key to each client's mortgage success.